Hello, this is Tim with TAH-DAH Farm. Today we're going to be working on this Loop Electronics drill monitor. We're going to be putting it on this 750 John Deere drill, but the application is pretty much going to be the same any color you got. It's pretty straightforward, so we'll show you what you got involved in it. All right, this is the drill I have here. This is John Deere 750. The first 100 or 50 or 200, I forget, there's a very early serial break. We're after that one, but we're before that 6,000 break that they had. So it's got the older plastic seed tubes like this. It didn't go to the newer ones that we're putting on. We're gonna replace these. And then this was the flow monitors. It's not a population, it is a seed meter. And that I could tie to my John Deere 100 series that I had for the planter, but when I flipped it to 4 rows, it didn't switch right, and one of the rows just constantly alarmed, number 5 I think it was, constantly alarmed, even though, well, I don't have a sensor hooked up to it. So I ended up replacing that with a Vermilion monitor. I got that from Shoop's. So we're going to keep that system going because I'm just going to use it for flow. And on the drill, you got, this has got 4 bins in there. There's dividers in there. There's 3 dividers, divide that up. So there's 4 bins. This bin right here's got 3 coming forward. This one's got 3 coming forward. This one over here's got 2 coming forward. And that one over there's got 4 coming forward. So we're going to monitor all the ones coming forward. I'm not sure how I'm going to switch those around yet, but this flow monitor here will stay on this one, and we'll monitor with the loop the outside ones. Same thing here. This one's going to get the loop. That one's already got it. Here's what this looks like after installed. This picture right here is probably worth 1,000 words. They give you a little tube there, and you hook it with those pipe clamps, and then it slides onto the monitor. The cable does go up. There is an indication on there for flow, I believe. I'll have to look again. And then there's a new tube that hooks on, and it goes down here. I used a piece of, well, that's the original seed tube. I just replaced those last year on here, so we're going to reuse them. And then I use a heat gun to warm that up enough to get it to slide on there, make it a little more flexible. But here's what the monitors look like. This one here. Is there a flow indication on here? No, I don't see the flow indication on there, but I'm telling you right here, that's how it goes. They send you a picture. Here's what that looks like, so you know how to install them. And then this hooks on the bottom right here. And then this right here, obviously that connector on top is not going to work for this down here. So it's pretty much only one direction you put it on. And then this little plastic tube here is what slides. Let me get this back up here where you can see it. It slides on this right here. Hard to do one-handed. There. That slides on there. Then you use that pipe clamp to tighten that on, holds that on, and then that slips up on top the other one, and you pipe clamp it up there. So that's how they go on. It's pretty easy to go on. For me, the worst part of this whole thing is crawling through this drill. So we're not gonna get a whole lot of video while we do this because I'm gonna be crawling around. We're gonna get ourselves set up and staged with all the materials here that I need. So once I crawl in there, I'm not in and out, in and out, in and out. So yeah, I'm old and I'm not as flexible as I used to be. So we're gonna get these on and I'll bring you back after we got them on. After looking at these, I had to cut this off. So since I had to cut that off, and the sawzall to do that was up here in the barn, we came up here, and I used a knife just to clean those out, clean the little fuzzies off. And I thought I would throw this in real quick. Heat gun. Get that so it's somewhat pliable, a little easier to slide on. And there you go. Sits on real nice. A little easier to move around when it's warmer. So we'll go put them all on now. All right, we got them all installed. That was the last one I put on. That's number 8. And you'll see in this close-up how I come down across there, and you'll see that some are connected and some are not. The stuff on the loop is not connected. We'll do that in the setup. The stuff that's connected, I am going to use on my other system that's with the Vermilion. And again, that's just simply seed flow. I know those are flowing. But we'll connect those all together during the setup. That'll be in another video. And yeah, this video is just on how to install the seed sensors on the drill. And that's kind of what it looks like coming across there. You can see where they're kind of ran the wire path across there. Here's a picture of my buddy's drill, and here's how he put them on. He ran them across here, and that worked for him. Here's just another option. And here's how he installed his lift switch. He's got a little newer John Deere 7000 planter. He's in that next bridge. We're only like 300 serial numbers apart, but we're in between that. I'm just a little new or older than his. But anyway, that's how he put his together. And here's that's $1 million right there, picture. You can see how that goes together down on there. And I just tucked the wire down across here. I made access to this pole that goes across to use to support mine. That's what I did. I'm sure there's another different way, other ways, better, worse, I don't know. But the seed tube comes down. I do like these. That tube here, ring holds the tube up in place. But yeah, here you can see connected. That goes up to this sensor here. It's just a flow. And then this sensor here is number 1. We'll connect here to the wire harness. I will say on this wire harness, it's my OCD. Anyway, I would have preferred they had the harness come up through the middle, but the way they do it is they come across and then they use this beam to come up here, and there's your lift switch coming over here. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with that. May do the same thing my buddy did. We'll see if we can make that work. But we'll come up with something. But yeah, it connects there, comes across up, and that's how it gets up to the implement, or up to the tractor, I guess I should say. And then for right now, for purposes of programming, I've got jumper cables running it up over. We're gonna use the power off the 1086 to program another video, but because it's kind of buried in here. So let me go over the tools you'll need. You'll need, I think it's a 1/4 inch nut driver. It does those. However, these are 5/16 on this drill. So I had my nut drivers out here. Pair of wire cutters, you'll need those. Cutting off your wire ties as you put them on. A knife is handy, but that's pretty much all you need to install these on this drill. Just a bunch of wire ties. I got big ones holding stuff in place, and then I got little ones holding place there, just because I have the different sizes here. 11 by 100, there's 100 in the box, 11 inch. Tensile strength is 75 pounds, and I don't know where it says the size on these. These are from Menards is where I picked these up, but they're the regular size. And then they also sell the bigger ones, but yeah, I use both sizes. Obviously bigger, heavier wires, I use the bigger stuff on it. I've tried these little strap things in the past. Sometimes they hold, sometimes they don't. I've not had a lot of luck with them. But if you remember, what I'm doing here is with the Vermilion and with the old stuff, plus the International 1086 has got Easy Guide 250 for the easy steer. So I still need the mapping. So we're gonna use this for the coverage switch. This is part of the old system. This moves back and forth, hits the board, drives it on and off. But you can't tie together. You can't tie this to that. Communication won't work. But not sure what we're going to do on that one yet. We'll figure it out. But hopefully that explains how to put and what's involved in putting these together and putting them on this drill. If it answers any questions, here's the loop information. Get a hold of them. You got questions. Again, I am not affiliated with them at all. Disclaimer here, I'm just a farmer, small farmer that likes their product. I've got it in the combine, worked real good as a yield monitor. And like I said earlier, my buddy has it on his drill. He loved it. So we're gonna head put it on this drill. And hopefully I won't be seeding 250 seeds an acre when I'm trying to do 150. And yeah, this drill's got 2 settings on each side. The fields look even when I do them. You don't see any difference in the field, but when the bags disappear that fast, you know you're seeding that much. So hopefully that answers your question here. And we'll get to the next video here of how to program them. So anyway, there you go, guys.